Am I live? I'm live. Oh shit. Okay. Right. I'm just gonna share the link, and then I'm gonna explain the judging, and yeah. Right. All is ready to go. So, how this is gonna work is pretty simple. All right. Um, I don't know if anyone, I don't know if anyone's watching, but I'll check in a minute. Basically, I don't know the criteria that the judges are judging by. I think what they do is, sorry, forgive me. There's a post playing in the background, but what they do is, the categories are irrelevant. Just once you get your top seven, you give points to people. So last year there was 11 entries, and Watt got first across all three judges, so he got 33 points, for example. So I just gave my own criteria, to be honest. The four I thought were most important were musicality, sound design, mix, and originality. So that's what I'm going to be judging. I could have done this in Google Sheets. The reason I didn't is because, to be honest, I just didn't think about it. So yeah, I have all the participants here. The out of 30, out of 25, that's all the scores. All 21 participants. So down here I have the top 8 qualified, and then the runner-ups, and underneath that I have the people who didn't make it in. But yeah, I imagine that's taken for granted when you see the thing. But I'll still show the list because it is gonna be in order. So yeah, I've got the wildcards in order of submission, as in, yeah. So like, TMI submitted first, Frosty submitted last. But yep, I think we are good to go in that case. So first of all, we have TMY. Okay, this is not coming through my headphones. Hang on. Oh, it's muted. Let's see. What about now? That's grand. Right. T Quiz. I already watched some of them, but this is the first time I'm watching any of them with headphones. By the way, I have to get back to your message. I've seen it. I've just fucking slipped my mind. Okay, this is much better. This is much better than the TMY I heard a long time ago with the, I think it was the only 505 wildcard. Hmm. Not too sure about that pitch, but it seems basically alright. I think he's saying devotion. Not too sure. Devotion. Oh shit, you don't? Hang on a second. Let's see about that. Let's see. And let me try fix that in Streamlabs. Let's see. Add application audio capture. Okay. Let's try now. Can you hear this? Alright, that's great. Fantastic. It turns out I have to add a separate source for the audio of Instagram. All good. Okay. Do you want me to start the wildcard from the beginning so you guys can hear it? You know, I don't mind. There's a little bit of latency, so... Okay. So, do you want me to start TMI's wildcard from the beginning so that you can hear it? Or are we okay to move on and just take my word for it? Because the judging is going to be really awkward if you haven't heard the wildcard. You get me? You can put it from the beginning. Yeah, alright. I'll listen again. Alright. These are all the wildcards, by the way. So we have 21 to go through. This guy's the handsomest, of course, you know? Alright. Okay. Alright, I might do commentary on it as we're going through again. One thing, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but the snare has a pitch to it. Which I like. But it's not like a pitch snare, it's just a snare with pitch. So, hello Debris, how are you? I think the bass could use a bit more sub. Is the other catch. clean, but I think my only problem with it is that it feels a bit underwhelming as a drop. You know, I was expecting a tiny bit more from it. This is still good. It's just, oh, good heavens! Problem with the server. Yeah, I was hoping for a tiny bit more from the drop, but this is still I enjoy. And one thing I said earlier is that I'm not too sure about the pitch of the vocal cords. They're a bit tiny bit off, I feel. Because even, or actually, that, the off spot. Da, 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 that's not entirely in key, so it does make things a bit more comfortable. Yes, the audio quality will be better on YouTube, but the problem is not all the wildcards are on YouTube, because the submissions have to be through Instagram. That's the thing. This is what I meant by I was expecting more out of the drop. The one thing that I wish the flanger didn't sound like it was default settings. And I also think the preamp could have been a tiny bit cleaner. I think it could have been a bit more saw-like. But yeah. Aside from that, yes, it was devotion he was saying, but yeah. So, judging wise, so again, our four categories for anyone who wasn't listening or anyone who wasn't here. Oh shit. Would be musicality, sound design, mix, and originality. Alright, so musicality. Actually, should we start with musicality or should we start with sound design and mix? Okay, actually, I'm gonna get sound design out of the way because sound design is the one I find the one I want to talk about the most. The problem here was, oh, hello Smoothie. The problem here was, for me, was that everything was off-spot. You know, everything was off-spot and but not off-spot with effects. It was just off-spot. And there was a pattern slicer at one point. So it was very clearly all oscillator bot was the problem. Sound like oscillator bot with just there was no modulation, that's what I'm saying. So sound design wise, I'm gonna give that a 10. So that's 10 out of 100. Mix is fairly good. I think the kick could have been a bit louder. I think there could have been more sub in the bass line. And I think that the bass at the end could have been sharper. So I'll give this not perfect score. I'll give it 17. Because fundamentals of the mix were there. Like the drums, it was leveled correctly. But I think in terms of, now obviously I'm not the most qualified to talk about mix, you know, but I think to what I'm hearing at least, originality, I'd say this is, see, when I say I've never heard anything like this, what I mean by that is like, this is, I've never heard it, I haven't heard tracks that TMI would have gotten inspiration for this off of, but I don't mean it was revolutionary, you know? So, and there wasn't too many original techniques to be seen. So, I'll give this, so I'll split originality in half between musical originality and technical originality. So I'll give this a 13 out of 20. Because it gets about 8 out of the musical originality and 5 out of the technical originality. So now musicality. So there was a very nice rhythm and swing and flow. So it was like something like that, and the hi-hats are something along that lines, and it just moved very well. It fit with the track a great deal. The bass line was simple but effective. The melody, that kind of simple melody, you know, it worked very well. But I think that drops could have had better execution. And yeah. So I think the drops could have had potential, but could have been done better. And I think the fundamental musicality was there. Just with, it would need a bit more touching up. So I'd say 20 out of 30. So 20, 10, that's 30, 47, 50, 60 out of 100 is TMI's final score in my books, which puts him as our first place. Congratulations, my friend. Monumental achievement. Alright. So next up, we have, if I'm not mistaken, Orchido Class Day. Yep.
It's Orchido Class from France, and today you're about to witness my wildcard for the NUE 23 Loop Station beatbox.
This is all pan to one ear for me. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, MK1. I might actually take note of the devices people are using as well. Hang on, forgive me. TMY. It's not UK MK2. It's not that big a deal. I'm not gonna judge based off device. But it is Orchido Class Day from France, I believe. But it is just nice to, you know, take note of the advantages and disadvantages. France and MK1. Right, so now we go back to the wildcard. Oh, I haven't liked this. Okay, I don't like those drums. Let's see the kick. Okay. I'd like to talk about this real quick. So the drums, let's start with the hi-hat because that's very obvious. There's too much breath in the hi-hat. All right, I made this mistake when I was starting out. You know, that would be my hi-hat. His kick, it's a filter kick. I can hear that much, but I think the resonance might be too high or the volume is too high because I'm hearing a lot of. Oh, whoops. I don't know if this is coming through or not. There's a lot of rumble and there's a lot of resonance. But yeah, and then the snare is the snare is basically being held too long and it's cut off by the recording, which a snare should kind of have a curve. It should, forgive me. So it should be loud and then it should get quieter. It shouldn't be a steady volume. It should be. So yeah, I'm not liking the drums to start with, and also the grand delay. I know on Mark 1, I tried it. Grand delay's in C, so he's not really able to do much sound design in regards to the grand delay. But alright, panning delay, lovely. high pass filter or something would be appreciated. And there's also the on the snare, which I would like. I would like the snare with the has a bit of a pitch to it, which is good. I'm gonna get my. I'm so sorry. I've just done the teacher thing where the mouse is in the way of the video. Okay, I just did steam into it. I don't like the fact that it's just been one steady note this whole time. Well, two steady notes, but the drops a bit steady notes. Okay, we brought in two notes at the same time, which helps. I don't know if those two notes go together. Okay, that's the second time we've heard flanger. Like just straight flanger on a drop. The issue with flanger is that often when it comes in, it's not a good pitch. So you'd either have to build the track around the flanger, or you'd have to use certain manual values to get me.
It's all to the class from France.
And okay. Today all right. Let's start off with musicality. Musicality is, I think, the one that sticks out to me the most here. I'm gonna rank this low. I'm gonna give it a 10 because there was no point where it was out of key. Right, that's the most important thing with musicality, I guess. But or well, like 10 also feels a bit too high. I feel like musicality, it's two notes. You know, it's two notes throughout the whole track. And they're half the time they're playing one at a time. And then the flanger is the only development after that. So, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna have to put this lower. I'm gonna give it a 6. Sound design. Sound design could have been more interesting for Mark 1. I think. Like knowing stuff that Watt was doing on Mark 1, for example. But I'd say, no, it was good enough. I'll give it 10. Same as TMY. It was like using just very distinct off-spot on Mark 2 is like using very distinct panning and grand delay on Mark 1, in my eyes. So, yeah. Mix. Oh, mix is rough one. Mix, I'm going to have to give that a very low score. Maybe 10. Because I commented on the drums already, by the way. There was no practical advice there. Put a high-pass filter on the hi-hats. And put a high-pass filter on the sweep. And how you do the high-pass filter with the sweep is you use your knob. Use your input effects knob to control the cutoff, and then go down and up, like that. just some practical advice, so it's not me dogging on you. And then for your drums, I just do a very simple or on top of that even with a bit of reverb. So let's turn this up. Oh, forgive me. And then you have the filter kick right, but you're just want to turn down the resonance a small bit. So, oh wait, do I have the settings right? Oh, what? Oh, I don't. Hang on. 0, and then we go 5. I'm using a different kick here than I should. I didn't cup the mic either. So that way then you don't have the resonance frequencies. But yeah, I know this isn't the same tempo, but now we're gonna change to the. You should have the reverb on the sweep at 100 level and a very high times. So, Orchido Class Day, if you were watching, that is my practical advice. And originality, not very original, this one. You know, it sounds like any Mark II looper, really. Sorry, any Mark I looper, realistically. So, gonna rank that low again at a 4. 6, 10, 20, 26, 30 out of 100. Alright. That is second place. Alright, who do we have next? Ooh, Arashta from Wales. Right.
Orange, NUE.
Okay, I like the perk, but I'm not too sure about reverb on the kick, to be honest. Oh, hello, Shaky. Yeah, there's the sweep I was talking about. I'm gonna see how this all ties into one another, because it's kind of on the sound design, and it stops suddenly like that, and I'm not sure do I like it or not. Okay, the phaser I like. It's got the okay, violin sound design. Very good. Drums are clean. Are the kicks panned? Give me a second, I have to listen to that again. I like this. Vibrato's always a good sight. Alright. Alright. Very good. Very good. So let's go to the category. Musicality. All right. Orange UK. MK2 and Launchpad. Right. Okay, so musicality. This is a very, very musical track. It's not very drop focused. It's just the experience, and I love it. Everything fits together well. I'm gonna give that a 25. Sound design. Orange is really good with sound design most of the times. He doesn't like to use oscillator bot, which I respect. I disagree that it's, I don't think this is his opinion, that it's to not be used. He says he'd rather spend more time to get the sound to sound unique and better, which I find fair. To a certain extent, I prefer the Launchpad and Ostwalk, just because you get the big long melodies, and I feel like regardless of sound design, when the melodies are more expansive, that's what's going to pull people in. So I would give this a sound design wise a solid 20, I think. Very, very high level sound design. Mix. The mix was clean. I wish the kick was a bit louder, tiny bit louder. But aside from that, everything fit in very perfectly with each other. So I'll give that about 20. Definitely 20s, but am I giving it a 20 or 21 or so? How much is that kick worth is the question. 22. And originality. Ooh, this one's going to score high. Originality, I'd say, you don't really hear anything like this. What it reminds me of is like kingdoms from fucking old, ye olde stories kind of thing. So I'd say I would give this a, you don't see it often, I would give this 16. So, quick maths, alright. 45, 47, 67, 77, 78, 79, 80, 83 out of 100. So orange is scoring high for me, very high. Putting him. I'm actually gonna keep note of the scores here just for my sake to remember. Team Y is 60. And Orchido Class Day is 30. Alright, who do we have next? Reload. Okay. That is Streamlabs, not Reload. I know Harvey helped at this track, so should be good. I listened to it before, but kind of skip through it to listen, you know?
Wildcard for the NUE 2023 loop category.
All right. Once again, silent recording. Ba-na-na-na. Another silent record. Also, Shaky and Dead Breed. I'll talk to you after the stream about timing for lessons. Shit, my laptop's gonna die. Hang on. There we go. Forgive me, I completely forgot that it pauses. Right, okay.
So, as most of you might know, I went to NUE last year and it didn't go to plan. So, I'm going to come back this year, win a wild card for once, and just use more devices because it makes it easier.
Okay. I feel like the talking wasn't necessary, but I like the energy, I like the determination. Little start off or sidechain on the main melody.
Also, I forgot to mention, this is a massive shout out to Harvey.
Yep, there we go. Again, I feel like the talking, like the Harvey shout out could have been at the start, you know? Not much of a fan of this bass, the when it does this, when it goes when it does that, I like it, but I'm not a fan of the steady note. But I like the little scream there. That. This is definitely a big improvement for Relo. I think this is his best track. Alright, I kind of wish there was something different here after the low pass filter build up. I'm not a big fan of just coming back into the start of the track again. And yeah, that's a good way to end it off. Alright, guitar. Okay, so let's move back to the notepad. Musicality. It was a dance track, similar to Orchido Class Day, but unlike that, there was actual progression. You know, dun 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 dun. And I know this is a lot harder on MK1 than MK2, but MK1 is still very, very much possible. Like if you use robot instead of grand delay, or even if you use grand delay and then robot layered, but I imagine that would take a load of time to build up. So here I'm gonna give this musicality wise, I'm gonna give it is it 20 material? Let me see what I would give. Hello spaciously loops. How you doing, brother? I would give this a 20 I think is deserved. Actually, you know what? No. 22. Cuz I don't think it's 25 material like orange, but I think it's high, you know? Music wise. Now, sound design. Boom, 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 da, na, na. I think there could have been I can't tell if the lack of sub is because of Instagram or if there's just been a lack of sub in the last few wildcards. Not too sure. Probably Instagram audio quality. I think I'll try to keep that in mind. But the last few ones you could hear in the bass. I'm good, thanks for asking. So I'll say sound design wise, this gets a 18. Cause yeah. What am I trying to say? Cause I think the snake. Give this a 20. Because my problems mainly arise in the mix. Mix. First thing I want to say, very good sidechain on the drums, but my problems coming with the drums, the kick was not great. I think it could have been. How am I trying to put it into words? I think it was a bit rumbly. Let me listen again, because I think I might be remembering wrong. I'm gonna have to wait through the silent recording.
Yo, it's real love from the
I wish I could
UK.
skip.
It's my wildcard for the
Yeah.
NUE 2023 loop category.
Actually, yeah, sound design. I'm gonna knock it back down to 18 because I remembered I didn't like that sound, that bass. 18. Meow. A lot of sound recording at the start too. You know, actually, no, the kick isn't that big of a problem. Yeah, what am I talking about? Hang on, let me listen again. A bit more lows maybe, but I think that's Instagram quality. Okay. So, mix-wise, I think most of the elements blend in well together. I wish the snare had more punch. Again, if we use the... See, this isn't a great example of a snare with punch, but the thing is, he's using drums on the helix. When if he did... Is this, yeah. If he did, I think it would have come out a lot nicer that way. And he could have even added a pitch to it. So if he did, like that, you know? So that's how I see it. 1 second, I just need to respond to something for work. Okay, sorry, just something went missing. But yeah, so I wish if he did, instead of the snare that he did use, it would have been better. So I'm gonna give that a 15, I think, because the snare did kind of stick with me the whole way through. Originality, all right. This is odd because I can't say that. I know Harvey helped a lot with this, but at the same time, a judge wouldn't be taking that into account. So I think we'll go originality. Sounds like a lot of dance tracks, but it does have its own personality to it. So that's what I'll give it, a 14, I think. So 22, 18, 15, 14. I wasn't adding those up. What the fuck am I doing? 22, 22, 20, 44, 54, 44, 54, 59, 69, 69 out of 100. So I will put that here. So Reload is currently in second place. Reload with 69. Alright. So who's next? It is Elash. Alright, from Fence. Before we get started, I'll do the typing here. And Elash is using MK2 only, I think. Oh, no, Jesus Christ, big man's using MK3. Alright, let's go.
Yo, this is Lash from France, and this is my workout for the NUE 2023 Loop Station category. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go.
Okay. Silent recording. Alright. Alright, interesting snare. The off-spot is kind of odd for me, I find.
Yeah, when I'm standing near you, I can get my words out.
I wish to kick it a bit more
like
low,
I
is what I'll say.
feel
But
you in your shadow, how you monetize while you're lighting fire. When I'm standing near you, I can get my words out like I feel you biggie in your shadow, how you monetize while you're lighting fire.
oh, okay. only. Like, the lo-fi bass line is really good. Into this.
Why you lighting fire?
Wait, hello, Ryan. Okay, not a big fan of being able to hear the mic in the background, the buzzing. That's not something you can necessarily fix. I love this sound like electro swing vibes to it.
Yo, this is
That was actually fucking tough. Phew. Right. Elash, France, only MK2. Musicality. I would give this. See, the thing that I'm gonna say is that. Wait, actually, what did I give Reload? I'm gonna, relative to this, actually, I might knock Reload down a couple of pegs. Not anything drastic. You know, he's still second place. But after hearing this, I keep hitting R. There we go. After hearing this is a lot more musical. Now, I'm still only going to give it 20 because the thing I didn't like was, no, sorry, not 20. 18. The thing I didn't like was that there was a lot of silent record, a lot of low pass filter build up. So, you know, the parts that I did enjoy were kind of very spaced in between. There could have been better build ups, bridges, stuff like that between the two drops. So I think the two drops are great, but in between that was a bit oof. Sound design. See, you sound design, right? The lo-fi bass line, it's not a respace, I don't think. No, I don't know the name of the bass. But when I say I can tell it's Osspot, like, I mean, I can tell this is Osspot, but it's original. It's distorted. It's just got modulation. You know, it sounds different to. Doesn't sound like that. So I would give this sound design wise. It wasn't the most intricate sound design in the world. I give it a 16, but it was still good sound design. Is it fair that I gave Reload 18 in that case? I think actually they both deserve 17. So I would, yeah. Elash. Alright. Mix. I would give mix. The mix could have been a little bit cleaner. I think the snare could have used a few more highs. But the bass was in place. The lead melody was great. The kick could have used a bit more low. So I think most of my mix issues come in the drums. So I'm gonna give it that 19. But I really liked how metallic the snare was, so I'll say that much. It just needed some more highs. And originality, not 20. God, no, not 20. 16, because that sounded very. I haven't listened to much Elash stuff, but it didn't sound like it came from anyone else. You know, I couldn't point to another looper and say that's their style. So, 18, 17, 19, 16. 19, 16. But, right, so, this is 18, 17, it's 25, 35, 44, 54, 60, 70. All right. I think that's fair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we've done 5 loopers so far. I'm gonna just do this because I need to know who we have done and who we haven't. So we've been through 5. Because I should have a certain amount of people in the top 8, basically, is the thing. So, yeah. Right. Now, moving on, we have Tonker. No, Romo. Okay. Romo's always so groovy. Not a massive fan of that snare. Feels a bit too sloppy. Could have had some more punch to it.
But the door going insane and you don't care.
You don't care.
Sorry for not being
Could have been a tiny bit there.
But I think there's a light in my tunnel. No, how can you be so bad?
I feel like the vocals are a bit too bright. There's a lot of white noise.
You're killing me with your kindness. You're killing me with your soul. You're killing me with your innocence. I never was made for this at all. Made for this
Okay, I'm not a big fan of the quiver on the bass there. Because didn't we just hear the track from the original Wildcards? Ooh, actually, good point. It sounds very similar. I don't think it's the same track. Let me pull it up on my phone, actually, just to check. Oh, good. It's the exact same. Oh shit. Ooh, that does take a bit. Alright. Okay then, that does explain why there's no intro. With this knowledge, I will put it. First thing I'm gonna do is knock down original. Oh wait, hang on. First thing I'm gonna do, originality, I'm gonna cut that 75%. No, 25%. So, originality. I haven't heard any other loopers do it like that. Maybe Cardona, but that's just because it's Spanish music, you know? Spanish style music, I'd say. Like chords wise, I'd say that's Spanish. So we'll go What I would give it is 15, but 15, 25% of 15, 7.5, 3.25. Let's just take off 3, so we'll give it 12 on originality. Mix, very clean. I wish the snare was a bit crisper, you know? Because right now it's just noise is the problem. Which is the basic concept of the MH snare, to be fair. But it could have had a few more highs. Could have even just done a shorter MH snare with a hang on. So if he had, first of all, the I think that just translates over a bit better mix wise. So yeah. So mix, I'll give that a. Everything else is great though, so I'll give that a 19. Sound design, grand delay chords. Down. That's just a low pass filter, or it's like grand delay, low pass filter distortion, or just low pass filter distortion, something to that effect. So I'll give that. And then he has the robot transpose. So I'll give it. It's not very complex sound design. I'll give it 16. It's complex, but not it's effective, but not complex. And musicality, I will rank that high because the chords are unique, and like they're not basic chords. Basically, the bass line is diverse, and he has a lot of musical elements. So I'll score that highly. He gets 25, I think. It's not perfect musicality, I think, but it's yeah. 25, 16, 19, 12. Okay, so 19, 12, 20, 21, 31, 31, 37, 47, 52, 72. So he's above Elash. And it would have been 75 if it wasn't a reused track, you know? Or not even it's a reused track, but it's a reused track for a competition in Birmingham it's a loop competition in Birmingham, you know. I know it has nothing, location has nothing to do with it, but it's just the proximity of it being so close to one another, kind of. Romo with 72, 69, and what did I give Elash? 70. So this is why we're taking down the scores, folks. So next we have Tonker from the UK. Now, the video on Instagram is kind of tweaking. It's like 7 minutes long. I don't know if that's a bug or not. Worst comes to worst, we have to go to YouTube. But yeah. Alright, let's see. Also, I'm not liking the comments saying, I thought you said reload from Liverpool. I mean, we aren't even battling, so okay, is the super solo. I haven't liked this. Okay, a lot of interesting sounds. I like the long reverb. That bass.
ticks, let's go. Alright, this is Tonka, this is my NUE loop station wildcard. Let's do this. Big shout out to Delta T.
Oh shit. Okay, shout out to
Phonetic.
Okay, wish the hi-hats were a bit louder. So far, when the bass cuts out, it feels a bit too empty. I'll say that much. But it's still trap bass. You know.
Okay, yeah. Listen up, I'm the alpha. You're just the beta of Charlie. I'ma kill this boy here, Delta, and echo forever like Marley. I'm doing the foxtrot with Basil. Boom boom in a Golf Sim Bacardi. Yeah, off to the Hotel Indigo with Juliet past the phone and car keys. Yeah, ship a kilo from Liverpool to Lima. Grab the mic and kill them with feedback November. It's time for the rematch. Let's get wild with Oscar and Nina. Combinate Papa and Obi close. See rhyme on Quebec in the piano. See Arab is wasted Romeo. My loose when I leave man comatose. Yeah, get in the bango. Let's kill a tango up in the mangrove. What? To the semis I can go. Give me a hand, bro. Live in your uniform shook. Yeah, I am the victor. No one will miss your beats are sounding well rough. Yeah, I'm on the whiskey. I'm on the piss with the Irish premium stuff. Yeah, let's see the X-ray. You're in a neck brace. This is a chess game and it is checkmate. I ain't a Yankee. This boy is fat free. This ain't a tag team. I am your bad dream. Looking old voodoo. Dance like a Zulu. Tiki say who knew. Fuck with the crew. I'm on a booze cruise with Jack Kangaroo. Now we know who's who. Put this on YouTube. Phonetics. Phonetics, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then the video just kind of stops here, and for some reason it's another 3 minutes long. It's a YouTube bug. Okay. Okay, the snare. All right, snare. Musicality. Musicality wise, I'm not gonna give it that high because okay, the actual, music itself, right? Not much is going on. 15. But then for the lyrics are a good touch as well. So I give that 22. The lyrics could be a bit, what am I trying to say? Clearer. Like only a small bit. But it's still really good. So give that 22. Because the actual looping part is a bit iffy. It's a bit small. Could have had a bit more going on. But sound design at the start was very good. So I'd give that a 15? Is that too high? No, for just the start would be a 10. And then the bass and the riser kind of did their job, I'd say, but I wish there was more sounds, but I have already punished for that in the musicality section. So this I'd give it, sound design wise, probably 18, yeah. Because I think the highlight of the bass is that it was going, which is just low pass filter, really. But yeah. And it wasn't like sequence low pass filter, it was just the rate of the low pass filter. So yeah. Mix was clean enough, right? I like the snare, I like the kick, I just wish the hi-hats were louder. The bass had bass. So I'm gonna give that a sound design. I'm gonna give that 20. And originality, Tonkers reminds me of Brez, is the problem. Actually, no, it doesn't.
because everyone raps. You know, it's like hip hop. You know, Brez will be kind of. Ooh, how do I put this? Brez will be like trap when he raps. Mirsa is drill, and Tonker is hip hop. Is how I see it. So I'd say Tonker. I would give him a 15 on originality, because I also really like the idea of the Army Code lyrics. That was really, really cool. So I'm gonna give that a 7. No, 15. Yeah, there we go. So 20, 35, 45, 53, 45, 75. Yeah, 75 I think is fair. On that note, am I thinking, did I rank orange too high by chance? Because I'm starting to see like 83. Nah, I'd say, you know, oranges was better. And you know, an 8-point difference between those two wildcards, isn't that wild, I find. Tonker 75, okay. 1, 2, so I've done 7 wildcards. So now, so everyone so far is qualified, and this is where we're going to start cutting out names. So yeah, Swede. Oh shit, my WhatsApp. Okay. From Belgium. The Belge.
I'm sick of intros, man.
Okay, a bit of resonance on the kick, just a tiny bit. And also, when I was saying there's too much air in the hi-hats, this is the right way to do air hi-hats, because you use the high-pass filter, you know? Okay, that bass line is flat, but this feels very Mark 1. Down, down, down. Okay, vocoder. I love these chords. The bass. It's great. Not a big fan of the radio. I was gonna comment on the snare, but you know what? It actually starts to work as the track goes on. I don't like that.
I feel like dancing, I feel like moving around. I feel like dancing, I feel like
Okay, I don't like these
jumping up.
vocals.
I feel like dancing, I feel like moving around. I feel like dancing, I feel like jumping up. I feel like jumping up. I feel like
Yo, it's Wildcards for the loop station
Alright.
NUE loops.
Okay, so musicality. Alright, that was pure 80s dance. So that is gonna get that is gonna score high. It definitely did. The genre is looking, you know what? No, actually. It did the genre it was It did the genre it was setting out to do. Sound design. Sound design, I would give this fucking 23. Because that was great. That was a fucking amazing sound design wise. You know, it was a lot of variation. The sounds. What am I saying? You know, okay, so first of all, you had the vocal to vocals, and then you had the switch up in the middle where you I didn't like that. I didn't like 1 or 2 other sounds, which is why I took 1 or 2 points off, but still, god damn. Mix, very clean. The bass was quiet, but still thumped through. The chords took lead, which was important in this genre, and the drums were powerful and punchy. I didn't like the snare at first, but then he had the with the reverb underneath it, and that started to work for me. So I'm gonna give that 24. No, not 24. 22. Yeah. And originality, very, very original. I'd say that's getting a. Is this too high? I feel like this is right. If this is too high, let me know, because originality, haven't heard many dance tracks that took the 90s approach. So I'd say 17 originality. So 27, 23, 22, 27. Sorry, 17. Does that seem right? 39. 42, 62, 69, 89. Okay, that seems awfully high. Yeah, I definitely think that was better than orange. Right, so now here's where we're going to be bringing some of the runner-ups down. Okay, so next we have Object. Oh yeah, the brain trauma. Okay, we're off to a very kick start. Okay, resonance on the kick, and it's got a little bit of to it, so. All right. is very nice, yes.
Let me see the sky.
Okay, object. Alright, so, musicality. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Okay, the bass line was long with good variety. The melody was nice with good variety. The bridge sections were there, so structure-wise it was great. I would give this a 23, I think. Alright. Because I think the lyrics could have been a bit better, you know? Sound design. Sound design, sound design, sound design. Okay, the bass was just a simple sine wave bass, I think, which works. The that kind of, I won't call it a whistle, but that kind of, I wouldn't say muddy either, just that kind of mid-frequency kind of lead was good. Sounds, and I think it all just fit the track, I guess, was the important thing. I like the whenever it switched notes. So I'll go sound design wise, I give that a 19. I think that's fair. If I'm ranking too high, do let me know. 'Cause yeah. Mix. Kick was a bit rumbly, but had power. Snare could have used a few more highs, but it was there. Hi-hats were alright. The bass took a lot of front, but the lead melody was also still present. You know, nothing was really being smothered, but I think some things could have been slightly quieter, some things could have been slightly louder. So I'll go 17 on the mix. And 20 originality. Jungle. I've heard jungle before, but I haven't heard it done as well as this. So I'll say 15. Alright, so 23, 19, 17, 15. So that's 15 plus 20 is 35, minus 1 is 34, 26, 57, 64, 74. So I have it above Romo. Below Tonker. I don't know, something about that doesn't seem right. Something about Elash being below seems fair, but Romo being above doesn't at the same time. That's just the scores. I'll come back and adjust at the end if I feel I need to. For now, goodbye, my friend. Back to the lobby. So, that's how I'm seeing it right now, at least. Yes, Sweet Orange, Tonker, Object, Romo, Elash, Reload, and TMY are my current top 8. Okay, so next up we have. So, yes, Simone Chestnut. Okay, let's go for this. Oh, wait, it's muted.
From France, and this is my NUE Beatbox Battle 2023 Loop Station Wildcard. I hope you enjoy.
This one's gonna go very high, I can feel it.
maskers of at night, the beauty of the face, shining
This is
in
why I
the
like when I ask for
night.
object to have power.
It
in this level.
takes my breath away.
takes
Wish
my
I
breath
could
away.
see you now. Without your precious crown, it only erase you now. Whoa, your naked soul is beautiful. You're not broken. You're beautiful. Your heart's golden. Soul is beautiful. Just now. The mask goes off at night. The beauty of your face, shining in the night. We take my breath away. We take it to you now. Without your precious crown, it only erase you now. Whoa, your naked soul is beautiful. You're not broken. You're beautiful. Your heart's golden. You're beautiful. Your is beautiful. Just now.
Oh my lord. Handsome Frenchman right there. Oh, I stopped taking down country and devices. That is my mistake. Holy shit. The track is not broken. It's beautiful. Yeah, this one is like, you can see how he won only 505, you know? France, MK2. So musicality, I'd give this, I think, 23. What did I give object? I gave object the... Okay, relative to object, I'm actually going to bump this up to 25. So I think this is more musical than objects. I think the chord progression is a bit basic. The but it kind of works because you have the variation really comes in the rhythm and the bass. So yeah, the chords are meant to take center focus. Sound design. Sound design, I would give this a... Smaller from points with the MK2. I'll give this. The bass is great. The arpeggios. I give this, I think, 19. Because the Osbot could have been a bit better designed. I feel personally. Now then again, 3 of his effects are gone on Osbot, so keep that in mind. But still, say maybe if he had used different wave shapes. Although, did he? I think he might have. Different octaves, but well. Mix. Mix is very clean. I think the snare could have been a bit higher though. It was with a lot of reverb. I kind of had a lot of lows in it, like a lot of lows. So I'll give this a 20. And originality, yeah, this is very much Smono. 17. I can say confidently that's a 17. Alright, so 45, 54, 64, 74, 81. So that's right below orange for me. But I feel like this is better than orange though. It's a thing. So this, I'm gonna come back and readjust these scores, I think, at the end. And that also means that goodbye and back to the lobby with TMY. So this is our 10th wall card. Oh shit, my mistake. Right, we're on Pablo Cartoy next. So from Spain.
Hello, this is Cartori from Spain, and this is my wildcard for the NUE Beatbox Battle 2023 Loop Station. Hey!
Okay, the rhythms on this one are a bit odd, so I'm gonna have to listen to the rest of the track to decide how I feel about it. See how it goes. This is all really clean so far as well, which I like. Those are gorgeous vocals. What the fuck?
Give out from the start. Let me show you what have you done.
It's kind of hard to understand.
Give out from the start.
Is it bring it back from the start? Okay, it's really peaceful.
Give out from the start.
This is great. Right. Pablo Cartoy. Musicality, first of all. That's a 28, I think. Musicality wise. I think that gets really, really high. All the different elements put together perfectly. There was lyrics. You know, the build up was quick. Just it all clicked into place for me. Sound design. Sound design. I'd give it a 21. Because Reload, you're still qualified for now, but you're on 8th place. I'd say, yeah, it's all very good sound design. I like that. And the ring mod with the preamp and tremolo, that was very good. But yeah, mix. The mix could have been a bit cleaner, I think. It was a bit muddy, a fair bit muddy. Not like detrimentally muddy, but it was still kind of muddy. The kick and the snare were alright though. 20. Originality. Yeah, this is very original. I'll go 17. Alright. 28, 31, 18, 17, 25, 26, 46, 54, 74. Same score as Object. So it's a tiebreaker that needs. Let me think. Can I comparing the two now? How would I adjust it? Object. I'd put this above just because I don't know if this is going to be stupid or not. It's one device. He matched Object on one device. So that means Reload is now our first reserve. And Orchido Class Day is now no longer qualified. Right. This Elash, Romo, Object, Pablo, Tonker, Simonal, Orange, yes, sweet. This is alright so far, I think. Reload, you're currently 9th.
Hello.
Who's next? It is Remj.
Yo, my name is MG from France.
Mal, Madspeed, and Simonal made this wildcard possible. Okay.
Debut battle. Hope you like it.
It's called Onslaught. I know that guy. mix had variation, it would be a lot better, a lot cleaner. Like, I like the effects kind of give it a different pitch, but it's not really a different pitch. That kick was better, I think. Okay, there's too much reverb on that snare. It's not enough punch. It's just white noise. I don't like that solo drum. I'm being very okay. Right. So, start off musicality, because that's the first thing I want to talk about. There's not much progression, really. It's the same 4 chords. The same 4 chords. That play all throughout. And the bass line, as you said, stays very stagnant. Only an effect adds to the pitch, but it's the same note. So I'm going to give that 12. Sound design. The second drop really brings sound design back for me. But I think the first drop makes it lacking a bit too much. So I give that 14. Mix. Okay, mix. We've got our mix expert in the chat, Rage. What do you think about this? Because what I'm noticing is the leveling and the mix of the drums, with the kick having too much rumble, the snares just being too much reverb and too little punch, the hi-hats being too kind of short, you know? So, what are your thoughts? I'm thinking a 10. Does that seem fair? Originality. Can't think of any other looper that I would say does something similar to this, but it's very, very basic is the problem. So say maybe 10. In general, a lot of small mistakes adding up. Reload, you're 9th right now. Yeah. So 12, 14, 10, 10, 10, 10, 20, 14, 34, 36, 46. Okay, so RemJ's unfortunately not qualified. 11 to 12-ish. Yeah, I'll take 11, I think. Yes, it's still live, Tippy. So we'll go 47 for MJ instead. Thank you, Rage. So the top 8 still stays the same. Not qualified at the moment are RemJ and Rakito Class Day, and our runner-ups are Reload and TMY. So next we have Clockworks. Oh wait, hang on. Before Clockworks starts, What have I done? Okay, that's grand. It's clutched. We're fine. We're good. We're golden. Clockworks. Put them up here. Rim J from Spain MK2. Okay. And out of 100, Rim J gets 47. So now we've Clockworks UK. I think what's he using again? Loop HX Launchpad. Okay. All right. Now, let's go. Silent recording, I think. Is that silent recording? Alright, we're fine. Sub kick and a high kick. Not too sure how I feel about it. That kick is a bit messy for me. Outward kick, not bad. Okay, layering the outward kick twice. Not too sure how I feel about that. This is a bit weird of a way. Okay, I'm not a big fan of this here. Like, I cannot hear the hi-hats anymore. Bass is really loud. The drums are popping out because he layered them like 5 times. It's not like that. Yeah, I think the drop led a bit too clearly into the drop was very similar to the build up was the problem. You know, there wasn't much of a difference. I can hear personally. They're basically winners, but this isn't getting that much, to be entirely honest. Yeah, Rajman's best, great money. Right. Let's pause. Clockworks, MK. So, musicality. There was a lot of variation. I'll give it that. There's a lot of I really like the in the bass. That was great. Um, lyrics could have done with a few because the track felt empty without. The build up was the build up could have had a bit more spice besides low pass filter, you know? So I'll give this not 20. 16. Although looking back at some of the others, you know what? Yeah, to be fair, a lot of these guys were the hard hitters, so I think their higher scores were justified. Um, sound design. Sound design was okay. Sound design was okay. I didn't like this design of the snare. I didn't like the design of the kick though, because there's like 5 different kicks. The basses worked, the nano, but it also, I feel like a lot of the punishment is gonna come in the mix section is the thing. So mix, it was really muddy. There was 5 kicks layered on top of each other. It felt like 2 outward K snares with no difference. The I lost the hi-hats halfway throughout. The bass was too loud at some parts. So yeah, this is gonna score low on mix. You know what? What did I give RemJ? Feel like this is a slightly worse mix than RemJ's is the thing. So yeah, and originality. Yeah, a lot of mud. Yeah, exactly. Originality. Is this really that original? Um Yeah, exactly. And to be fair, it would have worked fine with one kick if the first kicks were EQ'd well and if he had a better snare. And I know Clocksworks is capable of better, is the thing. So I'm going to give this, originality wise, yeah, originality wise, I'll give this, I'll give it 10 as well. Because it had a lot of similar issues to RemJ's, but it was slightly better in the sound design and departments and the musicality departments. At least there was variation in the notes, you get me? So 10, 20, 38, 45, no, 44, 54. 54 above RemJ, below TMY. I think that's fair. Yeah, it was kind of generic, but it also wasn't completely bland, you know? Like, if we go back to Orchido Class Day, like, that was very, very bland MK1, you know? Like, it was literally 2 notes. They were grand delay and panning delay. That's right. That's why that got so low on originality. You know, so I'd only ever give it 0 originality if it was a cover as well. You get me? Like a very shitly done cover. So yeah, I think 54 below below TMY, above RemJ is fair. Okay. Score okay in originality for me. Yeah, covers, like, well done covers, I think. You know? Like, well done covers, they'll score less for originality, but, like, they'll still score well enough, because I think half of originality is musical originality and the other half is technical originality, your original techniques. So if you lose in the musical originality by doing a cover, you still have the technical originality to go off of. So that's how I see it, at least. Next we have Laser, I believe, from Germany. Oh, I didn't put UK after Clockworks. That's a sin. I know. Laser from Germany. I should do these all in bulk, but it is kind of, I do kind of enjoy doing them one by one. I'm gonna skip myself, by the way. I should make that clear. I'm gonna skip myself and do myself at the end. You get me? Yeah, remixes, I take those as original, like fully original. Because you take lyrics or something, you know, but that's about it. I take the actual remixes of a song as fully original, because you're still putting in your own musical ideas. Straight covers, yeah, they'd lose originality for me. And is he using a launchpad?
Yo, what's up? This is Laser from Germany.
Oh no, he's
and
actually.
This is my loop
he's
station
just
wildcard.
MK2. Okay.
For the NUE Beatbox Battles 2023. Let's fucking go!
Okay, we're.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't necessary. I'm sad. Also, it's an old routine. Okay. Okay, this is a cover. Yeah. I don't know the name of the song, but I know that it's a cover. I'm sure it comes up as a lyric, though. There's too much air in this kick. Snare is okay.
Alright. You guys should know this one, so let's go.
That's the problem. Okay, performance is good. Should have had that as a category. Oh, that's my mistake. I do apologize.
Popping bottles in their eyes like a blizzard. When me drink me do it right against this is up in my ride. Like 3-6, now I'm feeling so fly like a G6.
That's the one.
Like a G6, like a G6. Now I'm feeling so fly like a G6. Like a G6,
the vocals
like a
aren't on point
G6.
compared
I'm feeling so fly like a G6.
compared to the original.
Like a G6, like a G6.
Because they're not pitched.
I'm feeling so fly like a G6. Like a G6, like a G6. I'm feeling so fly like a G6. Like a G6, like a G6. I'm feeling so fly like a G6. Like a G6, like a G6. I'm feeling so fly like a G6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fly like a G6.
This drop is not hitting for me, I'm afraid.
Fly like a G6. Now I'm feeling so fly like a G6.
Yeah, I like that.
Now I'm feeling so fly like a G6. Like a G6, like a G6.
Harvey. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. All right, welcome back, Tippy. Okay, so Harvey. All right, no, we gotta do Blazer first. Okay, originality first things first. Technical originality, not that high. Musical originality, it's a cover. I'm gonna have to give this a 6. You know, not very much to do here. It's not as bad as Arcado Class Day, definitely not, but um, it's still not good. I think. Sound design, there is a sine wave. Um, I'm gonna get to musicality last because I want to figure out what to do with that. Sound design, right? Sound. Oh, mix. Hang on, this is mix. Mix. I don't think the mix was too bad for this one. Like, not a lot was going on, so it would have been hard to mess up the mix. But I think the mix is alright. I wish the snare had more punch. I wish the snare was like popped out a bit more. But yeah, so I might give this will be score an average mix. It'll be like originality. Okay, so Tippy, originality is like, for me at least, the way I interpret originality, it would be half your musical originality. So, do you sound like any other artist? Or, well, I suppose you're bound to sound like a coalition of artists, but do you sound like one artist or two artists in particular? Or do you sound like you have your own sound collected over time? And then technical originality is, are you doing techniques that nobody has done before? So let's say my technique was like, and then we did
And we did pitch bend.
and then we and our and our technique was like, that's not really a technique, but just take for example that was a good or something. Like, I don't know how we make it good. Let's put a distortion, as my good friend Biscuit once taught me. Yeah, take that as a technique or something, But yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, judging. That's my job. Oh yeah. So 15, mix wise, because it's not that difficult to mess that up, but it's also not that bad. So sound design. I wouldn't say there was a lot of sound design there, to be honest. It was sine wave, or I suppose the square, because it was Mark II, and low pass filter for a sub. Sub didn't really come through for me as well as it did on the other tracks that we listened to. So I'm gonna give this 14. I think is fair. Actually, no, I'm gonna take it down because I think the snare and the drums were designed poorly, because you could still hear the not that exaggerated, but you could hear the air and the kick. And musicality, what do I do with musicality? Because it's a cover. Bum 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 ba dun 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 da dun 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 da dun. I'm gonna give it 15 again on musicality. My reason being is that the song itself was good. I tried to take a crack at I tried to take a crack at the vocal chain and something really basic. I got like a G6, like a G6, like a G6. If he had done that over instead of his vocals, like the lazy vocals that he had, it would have been 10 times better. Actually, thinking about it, maybe 13. Yeah, that's better. So overall, that's 13, 12, 25, 40, 46. Below RemJ, above Workido Class Day. Yeah, that's alright. user. Okay. Oh shit, I typed wrong order. Hang on. So now we have Harvester from UK, and he's using MK2 and Launchpad. You know, like Blood had to handicap himself, and he still is gonna beat like most people in the wildcard competition, I think. All right, so Harvey, let's give us a listen. What's that? Okay, I think the resonance on the kick here is 2, which is why I like it. Yeah, okay, actually you are kind of right, the kick is a bit long. The Osbach could have been a tiny bit sharper, I think. Fan of the sped up grand delay transpose, to be honest. Yeah, it does feel a bit underwhelming. It feels like there's too many highs, or not enough mids, actually.
I'm just sick of hearing plastic box music, man. I want to hear something different just for once. Just for once. Just for once.
I think the snare is slightly off time.
Just for once.
I love this drop though, for sure. This is definitely not underwhelming.
Just for once.
Okay, this kind of feels a bit samey after a while, I'll say that much. You know, like the end could have come by now. But yeah, that was still this. We're just gonna double click real quick because we're gonna go to me last, I think.
My name is Ed Master. This is my wildcard
Is it
for
now?
the NUE 2023.
And no
Alright.
passport is holding me back this time, lads.
That's right, folks. I got it right here in my bedroom. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Come on. Skip. There we go. Perfect. Okay.
Today I'm trying out the
Right. I'm gonna keep it 16 because I was the 16th wildcard, but I'm just gonna put myself at the bottom real quick. So this is gonna look really annoying to anyone else, but right, Harvey. Oh shit! Wait, my fault. Harvey. MP2 Launchpad. Oh, and right. So musicality, I think. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think. Oh, wait. All right, he's going. See ya. So musicality. There's a lot of elements, a lot of counter melody, stuff like that are taking place, and I think it all really works together. So we'll go 24. But I think some of them, for example, the bass line, there wasn't much variation throughout the whole song. It kind of stayed. The second drop was really, really long, like 32 bars ish. You know, like there's variation in it, of course, but yeah, sound design. A lot of it was grand delay. Grand delay and then the Oscrock bass. Sound design wise, I'd give this a relatively good score, 17. Just not the highest, cause yeah. Mix, there was some mixing issues. The Oswald was really muddy. The kick was kind of long. The snare popped out, and the snare was really unique, so I'll give it that. So I'd say mix-wise, I'd go 18 on this, because it wasn't the worst mix, it was just originality. Wait, what am I typing? I'm not typing anything. Okay, originality, I'd say 14. Or is, you know what? Now I'll give this a bit more on originality. 16. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, 24, 17, 18, 16. 24, yeah. 30, 31, 41, 49, 59. 65, 75. So tied with Tonker, and because there is no extra device, like there's a MIDI controller, but there's no sound generating device, I'm gonna give this above Tonker. So we are unfortunately pushing Elash into the runner-ups. And TMY is unfortunately no longer qualified. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and when I come back, we have to do Premec, Delta T, Midibus, LA, Frosty, and myself. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And better than ever. Who do we have left? Next up, we are going for Premic. Okay. Let's just pull. All right. Have I missed any messages while I was gone? Don't seem to have. Alright, we're grand. We are good. Okay. So now we've Premic, Delta T, Midabis, LA, Mop, Frosty, and myself. Okay. Let's go for Premic.
Taco Bell chicken crispy burrito, and it's good.
Alright, Taco Bell review. Great way to start off the wildcard.
This is Premic from Poland. This is my wildcard to the NUE 23.
Poland. Alright. Is he MK2 or MK1? I can't remember. MK2. Image name. Not too sure how I feel about that, to be honest. Not a fan of the drop, to be honest. The concept is good, but it could use better execution. Oh, I like that. That's good. I like that bass and vocals. Let's see. Those vocals are not in key. Okay, filter. This kind is a bit basic, but it still works. A bit more of a snare than the high snare.
Today I'm trying.
Alright, Taco Bell review. Oh, hang on. .ot. Alright. Let's go into the notes. Alright. Premik from Poland. Alright. Musicality. I think musically, right? This is actually quite good. You know? Like the notes, the combination notes themselves are kinda good. So I'm gonna give this 16. Because the problem with the musicality then is to get higher, maybe 20, 21, 22, if the if that wasn't completely off key and off pitch, you know? So I have to score that down heavily. Sound design. The issue with the sound design, right? It's gonna sound odd. Everything feels like it's on default parameters. Like, he adds different effects, like flangers, chorus, distortion. But it feels like he changed nothing upon doing that, you know? So, sound design, very basic concept. But at the end of the day, it's not that interesting. So I'm going to give it a 14. Mix was quite okay. Like, mix of the drums was good. Mix of the bass could have been a bit cleaner. So we'll say this is a 16 out of 25 mix. And originality, would it seem influenced by anyone? It's gonna sound weird. I hear orange in this. I hear orange. If that makes sense. So I'm gonna say originality, it's a 10. So 16, 13, 46, 56. Above Clockworks, yeah, I think above Clockworks just because it was cleaner, you know? It was cleaner. For the most part, the ideas were there. And it was also one device. Like, I try not to bring devices into it, but the fact that it was cleaner, like the drums are better, the kick and all that, for one device, I think, yeah, Clockworks should be below this. Personally. Am I spelling that right? Premik. Yes. Okay. Now, .e. .u. No disrespect intended. It's just funny the way UK people pronounce things. Fucking Irish people pronounce things funny too, you know? .t. Now, if I remember correctly, he uses MK1. Boom. That's bombed. Launchpad and SY 1K.
Yo, this is Delta T, and this is my wildcard for the NUE 2023 Loop Station category. Hope you enjoy.
Yep, that's Mark 1.
who's coming.
Sounds are a bit weird, don't lie. But I like where this is going. Alright. That bass line and the notes and that little arpeggio are not the same key. These all feel like
let's do that again.
different sections of different songs put together.
Video break cause the fun smacks. 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 Destroying everything you love.
Okay, I like the song. The very brief song. Okay, this section is in key at least, so I can get behind it a bit more.
Video break cause the fun smacks. Video break cause the fun smacks. Video break cause the fun smacks. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up.
Yeah, I like that sound design.
Okay. Video break cause the fun smacks. Switch it up one more time. Here we go.
I feel like this one has the opposite problem with all the wildcards that we listen, is that the musicality is very off, but the sound design is still very good. You get me? Alright, so sound design. We're gonna put that. I'll start musicality, right? I'm gonna have to score musicality like a very low, like 7. Because all the ideas were there, right? But the ideas that he mixed were not in key with each other. They were not from the same key signature. And I couldn't enjoy listening to them together. And the whole point of the song is that you're listening to the ideas together. So I'm going to have to take for that, I'm afraid. Now, sound design. Sound design ranks really high for me. All the synths were very interesting. 24? Nah, 22, I think, more like. All the synths were really, really interesting. Like, the synths themselves blended together very nice. The notes they played, not so much. But the synths, like, great. Mix could have been a tiny bit better. Not too sure on what in particular. I don't know, I just feel, oh yeah, the vocals. Because I knew there was something, I just couldn't think of the top of my head. The vocals could have pierced through a bit more. You know, when he says, feel the earth break because of the smacks, you know. Not only were the vocals not that well, the reverb on them was too high. But I think, aside from that, the mix was actually very decent. So I'm going to go 18 on that. And originality sounds Delta T. It sounds very Delta T, you know. It sounds like a Delta T track. So I'm going to give it a 14 in originality. You know, it sounds like a Delta T track, but a lot of the synths were not original at the same time, you get me. So musically it was original, but sound design and tech-wise it wasn't original, is the way I see it. But yeah. My advice to Delta T, real quick, that I want to say is that I noticed that he's had MQ1, Bohm, and the Launchpad. He is using Bohm, right? Let me double check it myself. Because I'm almost certain he is, but The thing is, I'm only almost certain.
Yo,
That is
this
the
is
ball
Delta T,
box,
and this is my
I
wild
think.
card for the NUE 2023 Loop Station category. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, I think that's Boombox. But yeah. Alright. So, oh shit, I haven't been filling in out of 100. Harvey out of 100 got 75. Premic out of 100 got 56. And oh, that's nothing. That's 0 out of 56,100. And Delta T gets 22, 18, that's 40, 54, 55, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. 61. See, this would have ranked really high had the actual song been improved on. So right now he's below Reload, but above TMY. Delta T. Right. So who do we have left? 4 more wildcards. I think so far our current ranking is fair. Our top 8 hasn't changed in a while. It's our top 8, because you can't really see. I'll announce the results so far. Top 8 is Yasuid, Orange, Smonal, Harvey, Tonker, Pablo Cartoy, Object, and Romo. Our runner-ups are Elash and Reload, and then our non-qualifiers are Delta T, TMY, Premic, Clockworks, Remj, Laser, and Orkido Class Day. Is how I see it. So, alright. Last we have Midibus, LA, Frosty, and me. Okay. Midibus is...
Yo, this is Midibus. This is my NUE 23 Loop Station Beatbox Battle Wildcard.
I think Midibus is UK, and he's MK1 only. Correct me if I'm wrong that he is UK. Right. glide on that bass. Oh, Eddie's how you doing, brother? Yeah, he's MK1 only, and he's outperforming lots of but this is getting a small bit saving, is what I'll say. I still don't think Alright.
Yo, this.
Okay, so let's start off. Musicality. First thing I'll say, I'm taking about 5 points for the not really being in key, which is unfortunate. But bum 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 is good. The glides in the bass. I like the rest of it musicality wise is great. So I'll give it a 16. Similar to who was it? Clockworks. Huh. Oh no, Premic. There we go. Yeah, what am I saying? Mix was very poor, I think, is what I'll say. The bass was really loud. The kick and the snare couldn't really shine through as much. I don't know if there was other sounds, but if there was, I couldn't hear them over what was present already, which is unfortunate. So mix, I'm gonna have to put that low at like Q. Yeah, Q's a good rank. Say 12. Sound design. Dun 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 dun. I don't really like the lo-fi plucks, right? I understand that he doesn't have as many possibilities for plucks on Mark II, but I think if he did, I know it would have taken a bit longer, but his track did feel kind of short, so if he did yeah. Okay, you get the idea, alright? Because I'm going to be here for ages trying to get that right without practice. I don't do that technique often. But, yeah. And other than that, I really like the lo-fi bass, which is good. That was really solid. And the other sounds in between. So I'm going to give, sound design-wise, I'm going to give that a 17. And then originality. It's a dance track for MK1. But it sounds... Can I say it sounded like anyone else? AVH, kind of. So... maybe 12. 28, 30, 40, 57. Above Premic? Yeah, that seems alright. Hello, David. How are you doing? I know I said David there. That's my mistake. So, Mid Abyss, I'm gonna put you above Premic, below TMY. Reload is hanging on to that runner-up spot, man, but I don't think it's gonna last for long, I'm afraid. Because we got Frosty, LA, and myself coming up next. Mid Abyss with 57. Now we have LA from The Best Country. With Mark II only. I'm just kidding, Ireland's not the best. Okay, alright. That's good to hear. You're doing grand. Breathe.
Yo, LA,
First
Dublin,
round.
Ireland, and this is my wildcard for the NUE
I've heard this already, as you can tell.
2023 Loop
Didn't
Station
use
category. I hope you enjoy.
headphones though. That's the thing with these tracks. I've heard a lot of them already. Haven't heard them with headphones. Just put Frosty first, no need for a rating. Yeah, probably. I just want to listen to the track again, to be honest. I also have to be fair and unbiased. Takes a bit long. You want to. The thing with looping is that you want a short snare. Sorry, no, you typically want a short kick and a long snare. But not like consistently loud, just a long tail on the snare. But you want the kick. You want the kick to be like boom, 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 but you want the snare to be.
Need space to breathe.
You get me?
Need space to breathe.
It's improved a lot musically. I'll give it credit. A lot of silence, so I'm looking forward to when the space gets filled. Okay, switch rhythm, which is good. Da-da. That is Oscarbot preamp stereo enhance possibly, and chorus I think. Not confirmed.
I need space to breathe.
The vocals are kind of squashing the rest of the track. Which I guess it's better to not be able to hear the vocals over everything else than not be able to hear the parts.
Need space to breathe. I need space to breathe.
Note the lead tone. Okay.
Breathe in. Out.
At least the greatest man. Fuck, I ruined the joke. He
need space to breathe.
Space.
In. Out. In. Out.
Right. Okay.
Yo, LA.
Solid track. Solid track. Right. So musicality, he's improved very much in musicality, right? I don't take account improvement like score-wise, because the score itself that you get will be the improvement thing that I take into account. What am I saying? Anyway, from I think going from Let Me See Your Eyes to where we are now, I think that's really, really obvious improvement. So we'll say, I think what we're getting here is not a 1. It's not a 1 musicality. It's a 23. Yeah, I think 23 is fair. Sound design. There wasn't too many sounds, and a lot of it was Ospa and Grand Delay. I'll say that much. But the sounds that were there, I like the ring mob bass line. I'll say sound design is going to be a 16 for this one, because the sounds were they were nicely EQ'd, but that would be more of a mixing, you know? They're still basic sounds. So I'd say mix-wise, this is one of the cleaner mixes of the Wildcards. Give this mix a 20. I think the kick was a bit long, which is what I'm taking from the mix. But other than that, it was still great. Originality, this is... I wouldn't say it's the most original, you know? Because... Will I? Actually. No, never mind. I take that back. I do take that back. Reload, currently you're not in, you're runner-up. And you've held runner-up for the last... When was your wildcard? I think you've held runner-up for the last 8 wildcards or so. So, yeah. Yeah, this is more original. I take it back. So I'll give this 14. Nah, I'd say 15 on originality, which is overall 20, 23, 43, 49, 59, 64, 74. 74 tied with Pablo Carto. Oh, and they're both one device. Oh, it's tied with object too. Okay, so I think straight away is better than object just because of the number of devices. But should you do the same thing as last year? What did you do last year? Oh, I've had him down as object this whole time. I knew something was off, but yeah. On that note, Romo is unfortunately going down to the runner-ups. And Reload is going into not qualified. Sadly. So Reload, you are currently 11th place ahead of Delta T. Yeah, so now, do I put Pablo Cartoy ahead? Let me look at the categories that they scored high in. Imagine it's the same scorecard. Okay, Pablo Cartoy got higher in musicality. And I think musicality would probably be the most important genre. I mean, category to score well in. Personally, is the way I see it. Because at the end of the day, if the song isn't that good, you know? Alright, so I'm going to put LA 7th. So LA 7. Now we've Frosty and then me. And if people are gonna stick around for longer, I might ask for your help to judge me, because I don't want a biased result. You understand? Frosty is MK2 HX Launchpad. And I don't think he was allowed to use Bohm. Not too sure. We'll see. Apologies for the quality, I'm a bit sick and recorded last minute, but yeah, understandable.
Yo, this is Frosty.
I know this track too.
I'm feeling a bit ill today, and apologies for the bad recording.
Wait, actually, yeah, if he's not allowed Bohm, then...
But this is my wildcard for the NUE
then
battles, so hope you enjoy.
What's his name? I think he does sub on that kick. It's kind of long kick. Wait, or is that SY? Hang on. I think that's Helix. Okay. This might sound weird. I don't feel like that's the best wildcard. Like, I know it is, but it doesn't feel the best. Like, I feel like some of the other entries here are better. I don't know what it is. I think it's just... This is my least favorite Frosty track. It's still good, but, you know... It is also 2 years old. So... Alright, musicality-wise. But, actually, no, I won't tackle musicality first, because that one's going to be a bit difficult. Let's knock out the other categories. Sound design. Yeah, sound design is really, really high. I think I'll get that. Oh no, you've definitely heard better from Frosty. Keep in mind, this is like a 2-year-old track. It was performed GBB 2021. Like, his new stuff is 10 times better. And also, when he's not limited on devices. But, 25, actually, no, I'll give it 22, I think. It would be better. Actually, I know some... Who else did I give 22? Let me just be relative here. Given Yessie, Yesweed an object. No, I've given Yessie 23. Is that fair? I mean, I guess. You know, in comparison to like first place last year, which had Helix, Launchpad, and Bone, with what? That was 10 times cleaner. You know, and I'm not saying what's better than Frosty. I'm just saying what's wildcard with a Helix LT, Launchpad, and Bone. It was cleaner, I guess, is what I'm going for. Same mix was a bit iffy about the mix, actually. Hang on, let me just listen, not to the whole thing again, but I just want to briefly listen again. to the start.
this is Frosty.
Because the start is what's really
I'm feeling a bit ill today.
bothering me.
And apologies for the bad recording and bad quality. But this is my wildcard for the NUE beatbox battles. So, hope you enjoy.
Oh wait, shit, I forgot. Let me hear the chords. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna up the sound design again to 24. Not perfect, but better than the others. By far. Mix. Yeah, it's mixed correctly. I just, it's just the sound was a bit weird for me at least. Go 22 because it isn't perfect either. It's the thing. Originality, say 19 because this is a complete. It's an original track technically. It's an original track musically, but it is also just, if you listened, you could tell it was Frosty, you know. And I think that's the strong definition of originality. But musicality then is where I'm perplexed because it's a good song, but I don't know how to fare it musically. Dun 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 dun, we're done, we're done, we're done, when I. Yeah, I suppose that's go. What do I put this? 25? No. 26. Yeah, I'd say 26. 26, 24, that's 50, 72, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. Okay, so hang on, wait. 72. Yeah, that's right, that's right. So, yeah, and that means object is now a runner-up. And reload is unfortunately DQ'd. Not reload, Elash. Holy shit, what am I saying? And that was non-capitalized, which is bugging me. So, who is left in chat? If you could just type real quick. Because for this last one, as in me, I'm not too sure how I'm going to judge it. Because I feel, hey, Rage, how we doing? Because I feel like I'll be strongly biased. Elash DQ'd. Oh, when I say I don't mean disqualified as in banned, gone. I just mean he's no longer a runner-up. Yeah, okay, disqualified was a poor choice of words. He's just not qualified for the competition now, is what I mean. Sorry about that. It's now the last wild card. And the best, I'm joking. Alright. And I'm going to get rid of the funny, that's me, because, you know, if you picked up in it, you probably picked up in it earlier on. I'm about to leave in like 20 minutes. That's cool. We're only gonna spend 4 watching the wild card. So. Right. So the last one, me. All right.
My name is Ed Master. This is my wildcard for.
And again, I want to say thank you to Smonal and Minnie for helping this, and also Mal, who I asked, but unfortunately he could fit in the schedule. But I do want to say thank you. But Mal, Smonal for the editing, and Minnie for the audio.
NUE
Fuck, I went to give a thumbs up. I forgot my finger was
And no
swollen.
passport is holding me back.
That
for
hurt.
some lads.
Ow. Alright. So we got our judging panel, Rage and Shaky on this one. Our sounds a bit awkward. Basically used a bit sub. What's Blasted Bridge? That kick roll is a bit off. I should have stopped those chords.
I still don't know at all.
Singing was a bit off pitch. I disagree. I don't think the kicks are off time. I think the kicks aren't off time, but they've been better at kicks. Like they're not off time. There's just one or two missing. It's messy. Transition off. Transition off. I missed the. I failed to stop the vocals, is what I'll say. But yeah. Yeah, vocals could have been better. I did add reverb to the vocals, but the thing was, I'll explain the walk out a bit more in depth after it's done. Like the flame just blasting.
My name is Ed Master.
Hang on. So one thing I want to say is, I can't tell. Are we in the same point of the track? Or 42 seconds behind? Okay, that explains that. All right. Yeah, I do agree that that's a bit awkward. I couldn't do much about that flanger-wise because the only way to get it audible was to turn up the resonance, but I couldn't have it too high resonance, otherwise it would be blasting you, you know? So the fact that it's phasing in and out is all I can really do with that. I could probably clean it up, but just I didn't have the time, to be honest. The kick roll, the kick roll, I don't think the kick roll was off time. I think I missed, no, the E level was all the way up. Was it all the way up? It wasn't all the way up. But see, the flanger was on the base was the problem. So putting D level at 0 would have made the bass too quiet. Flanger on, drop D. Oh, E level was 80. Ah, okay. Maybe that could be fixed. I'll have to look back at it. What I want to say is that there wasn't meant to be a da-na-na-na on the ARP. It was meant to sound just straight like. Yeah, okay, I'll turn the resonance down and turn the E level higher. I don't know why I didn't do that, actually, now that I think about it. That was a bit stupid of me. Yeah, the kick roll was poorly executed. I missed one of the kicks, and that's why it feels off time. More sub? Yeah, I could hear that. I could hear more sub. Yeah. But and also, what was blasted at the start? Because I didn't see that. You said blasted, but we were on different time frames, so I didn't know what was blasted. The bass? Ah, everything. All right, fair enough. Next thing I do is blasted. Like yeah. Okay, that's fair. The delay, the bass was blasted from the start, I'll admit. And then I turn it down with track level in the track settings. The grand delay, I think that was just bad execution. Like, if I did another take, I could probably get it at a better volume. You know? Alright. Music. So I'm not going to do the scores on this one. I'm not going to do the scores on this one. I'll leave that up to you because I don't want to. Like, if I might suggest changes to the score, up or down, but yeah. All right. What are you thinking for musicality? I think the musicality, personally, I think the musicality on the. Yeah, all right. I think the musicality on this track is all right. I think like the musical elements all blend together well. Now, sound choice, and it was all in key too. I just don't know if 20. I could kiss you right now. 27 out of 30. All right. No, just execution. Shit, execution. Where would execution come into shit? Didn't think about that actually. Shit. I was thinking execution would mainly affect mix and originality. Personally. Alright, thank you, Shaky. 25 as well. It was musicality. Alright. So will we say 24? Will we agree on 24? I think 25 was fair. Because when I was thinking musicality, I was mostly thinking like pitch. And where I would have taken points for myself, from my point of view, was the I still don't know at all. And then the messed up grand delay. So yeah, I think, yeah, you know what? 25 is fair. To be fair, 24, 25, it's a 1 point difference. I'm not going to be too picky about it. But yeah. Sound design. Yeah. Musicality is also complexity. Yeah. I agree with that. Alright, sound design. How are we feeling about sound design? I think the robot vocals work for chords. The 15? 15. Yeah. Yeah, I think 3 out of the 5 main sounds work well. The sheet is musicality. It's going to be very, very hard to look at the sheet, by the way. Just because I can tell by the quality here, it's going to be hard to look at the sheet. Like, if you want specific examples, I can tell you. I think I'd agree with you on 15 to 17, because 3 out of the 5 sounds work well, I'd say. Oh, fair. Yeah, 3 out of 5 sounds work well. I can actually, I own the preset. I can just show you. What the fuck am I thinking? No. That works good in my opinion. Yeah. Comparing to orange. All right, 18. 18. I'm not going to complain about more points. I think 17 is more accurate. A bit worse than orange. I think much worse than orange, to be fair. Sound is actually no, not much worse. I think 17 is a bit more fair, because I think the way I see it is like 3 out of 5 main sounds worked, and then I'd give the 16 and 17 for the little details on the sounds, like the swapping between and the distortion of the vocals, and then the. So that's how I'd see it, at least. How does that sound? That's not how I would do it. Fair. Alright, we'll put it at 18. I'm definitely not going to complain that I'm getting 18 out of 25, you know. I think 17 is a bit more fair. That's fair. Mix, this is where you come in specifically. Rage. Mix. Mix. I'm going to see a message. It's going to start with a minus digit. Because I don't think the mix is too terrible, but I also don't think it's too great either. Because as you said, everything's blasted. Everything's really loud. But at the same time, I think you hear all the important aspects. Besides the flanger, I'd take points for the flanger at the end if I was judging myself. I'd take for the one we were talking about with the high resonance. I sure would hope mine was better than Clockwork's. You know? But worse than orange. What did orange get? What did I give orange? I gave 22. It's definitely not a 22 mix. And what was Clockwork's? 10? Okay, so the range is 10 to 22. I think my mix was around. I think my mix was around object level, like 17 or so. 16. Yeah, all right, I can see that. And originality. I think this was... Oh, actually, never mind. I was going to say I think this is original. And I just realized this is 1,000. Thank you. And that puts me at first with 1,000. 1,000. I'm not doing the maths on that. See, the thing for me is that I think I put it far enough away from Rise and Fall by Sidro to call it my own track. But I think the remnants of the remnants are still there, you know? Is where I'd get worried about my originality score. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. You know, I'm gonna be honest. Like I not based this track entirely off Rise and Fall. I heard Rise and Fall and I was like, I want to do something like that. And that's where the idea came from. You don't hear it? I mean, if that's the case, just forget I said anything. You know, forget I opened my mouth. Matter of fact, I wasn't even here. What are we doing? What's this? This is a wildcard judging sheet? Yeah, alright, fair enough. Feels Headmaster. Alright, thank you. Different. It is the first time I've done a track like it. I'll say that much. Originalities out of 20. And I split them between technical originality and musical originality. You can do it the way you see fit, but that's how I do it. I'd give more points for musical originality than technical originality, because technical originality is great, unless it sounds shit. But musical originality is... If you're more... It's better to be musically original than technically original. That's what I'm trying to say. Hey, my dog. So, maths on that. 25, 18, so that's 45, 43, 49, 59, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Wait, hang on. Let me do the maths on that again. 25, 18, 16, 17. So that's 18 plus 16. Oh, God, it's not looking good for leaving, sir, lads. That's 34. And then we add 39, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 76. 76? That's right. So that would put me above Harvey. Oddly enough. And I am very lucky that I took your word on taking that 18 on 25 on sound design. Because then we would have had to have the ordeal of sorting out if I was better than Harvey and Tonker or not. Alright. Well, folks, thank you, Rage, and thank you, Shaky, for helping out in the judging. I greatly appreciate that. So, our list for the top 8, our qualified list are Frosty, Yasweed, Orange, Smonal, Edmaster, Harvey, Tonker, Pablo Cartoy. Oh shit, I never updated thing. Hang on. Then our runner-ups are LA, an object, and the non-qualified participants are Romapus, Elash, Reload, Delta T, TMY, Mid-Abyss, Premac, Clockworks, Remj, Laser, and Okido Class Day. Alright. Best of luck at work, Shaky. So I think that ranking is fairly solid. I don't know if I would change much about it. You know, like there's a lot of ties. And there's like I feel like Delta T is a bit too high musicality wise just cuz it was so off key. But he did have incredible sound design otherwise. Is the way I see it. So like the other stuff he had saved him, if he had just kept in key musically wise, he could have been up there, you know? So yeah. All right. What I might do, just because I feel like now is a bit of a sudden time to end the stream. I know we've done the whole important part, but yeah. I'll just play a teaser as thanks for people listening. I know Rage, you already heard this of my NUE wildcard. Sorry, NUE elimination if I do get in. So yeah. Have a good one, folks. I'll play us out. And it's pre-recorded too. So not finished yet. We'll keep that in mind. All right. Thank you for listening. And thank you for sticking around. I will catch you in another one.